All right, this is an update, man. This is an update on Keefe D. He got arraigned yesterday. This is an update on Keefe D. He got arraigned yesterday. I'm going to give it to you from a hood point of view so you understand what it is and how the code work, because y'all act like y'all don't understand the way the code work because we all been gone. Let's get this popping. All right. All right, Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm here, man. I'm here, man. I'm here. All right, I'm here. This is what it is, man. This is an update. This is an update on Keefe D's arraignment. He got arraigned yesterday. If y'all don't know who Keefe D is, I'm sure you know by now. But, you know, this is Keefe D. All right? He got arraigned yesterday. Let me tell you how this thing worked, man. All right? He's facing one count of murder with a dangerous weapon with a gang enhancement. They threw this gang enhancement in there like how they had drugs with, enhancement, for using the gun in furtherance of a crime during the crack era. So now they got the gang enhancement. All right, so let's get this straight. Now, he went in court yesterday, and a matter of fact, I'm going to play the joint from his court so you understand and you could hear exactly what was said. All right? So I'm going to let you hear how it went down, and it was like real quick and to the point so that you know what time it is. All right? Now, here it is. All right, we're going to get this thing going. All right, little bullshit music, you know what I mean?
PG-18, C-377407, State of Nevada versus Dwayne Keefe Davis. The record reflects that Mr. Davis is present in custody. Mr. DiGiacomo and Mr. Palal are here on behalf of the state. Mr. Davis, sir, have you retained counsel to represent you in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Who have you retained?
Edie Fong.
Okay, and is that person going to be here today?
No, he needs 2 weeks to be here. He needs to continue 2 weeks.
He said he needed 2 weeks to be here?
Oh, yeah, he needed a continuance for 2 weeks.
Okay, and what's his name again?
Edie Fong.
Edie Fong?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to continue this matter for 2 weeks on a Thursday. That date is?
October 19th at 9 a.m.
Okay, we'll be back on that date.
Take care of him.
All right.
All right, so that was it, right? That's how fast the court proceeding went. Now, I've been through this same court proceeding so I could break this down. That's what I'm saying, that this is a gangster channel, and it's for gangsters and people that want to know about gangsters. If you're not a gangster, please just watch the program is all I'm asking. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. It's all I ask you to do. Okay, now, what Keefe D is doing is he's trying to bring a lawyer named Edie Paul, who's a prominent civil litigation attorney and a criminal attorney out of L.A. Edie Paul has been his lawyer for over 2 decades. So that's who he's trying to bring to Nevada. Being that he's not licensed in Nevada, so he have to get local counsel to be the main name on the case. And then Edie Paul could sit in as a second man in charge, but in reality, he will be the first man in charge. But he's not licensed in Virginia. Now, in the feds, you just put in a motion and, saying that you want to bring in a lawyer, I think it's called pro havoc, you know what I mean? Where your lawyer from out of state work with him, because I bought a lawyer out of New York called Trevor Headley, big Jamaican lawyer. Big shout out to the yard man there. Big shout out to the yard man there. Yeah. Yes, I. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Now, me as a Jamaican and having faith in the Jamaicans and the Jamaican mind, I went and got a Jamaican lawyer and I brought him from New York down to Virginia. Now, he come down to Virginia and he couldn't represent me without local counsel. So instead of wasting money on hiring a lawyer from Virginia, because they all was cop out specialists, meaning all they want you to do is cop out, because no disrespect to Virginia, that's what 98% of them did in Virginia at the time. They copped out. I refused to cop out, so I refused to hire a cop out lawyer. So they gave me a public defender. You know, yes, a public defender for you rat bastards and trolls. You know what I mean? And I ain't care about her. Her name was Eileen O. She became a, listen, and so you see how serious these trials are. My public defender was a marriage, divorce attorney. And they gave her my case, which was a CCE, continual criminal enterprise, like a capital case. You know what I mean? The biggest drug case you could get, they give to a divorce attorney. What the heck she knows about, a drug case, much less, a kingpin case. So that was the setup off the rip. So if I didn't have money to bring my own lawyer down there to Virginia, that was the railroad. But I wasn't going for it, So my lawyer come down there, do his thing. I don't like the way he moved with the prosecutor, because I told him straight up, don't talk to the prosecutor. He's the enemy. He's trying to tell me he got to talk to the prosecutor. I said, for what? I'm going to trial. I'm fighting it all the way. He don't like me. I don't like him. It is war. Do not talk to the prosecutor. I go out, for recess. I come back in. He's skin teething with the prosecutor, and I went to fire him. But the judge said it was too late. The trial already begun. So I had to let him know, look, my dude, I'm not going to come back in this courtroom again if I see you talking to this prosecutor. You and the prosecutor could just go ahead and railroad me, being that you down here for the railroad. Let's ride. Now we going back to Keefe D. Keefe D got his own lawyer out of L.A., Edie Fall, the same as I got Trevor Headley. So now the way they do it in California, they have to petition the way they do it in Nevada, they have to petition the Nevada Supreme Court, with a big stack of papers to ask permission for an out-of-town lawyer to come there and represent them, sitting in with a local attorney. See, I'm taking my time so y'all could understand this. So now the local attorney would be the lead name on the case, and Edie Fall would be the second in charge on the case. But when the trial starts and the proceedings is going on, Edie's really the one running it, and the other one is just sitting there because they're licensed there. And that's where the railroad would have came in with the licensed attorney. So he got himself a paid attorney, which is a good step. You're talking about you want to be a gangster, you want to run the streets. That's why I say don't run the streets, don't get involved, because it's not worth it, because this is where it gets complicated. Cash App is on the screen. Make sure it says it was created in 2020. Hit the logo. There's no one in my name. But at least subscribe. That's all I'm asking. A lot of y'all is watching me every day, and you're forgetting to subscribe. But I'm letting you know, please, I'm asking you to subscribe. So now, Keefe sits there. His judge's name is Tierra Jones. She's a black woman. 9 times out of 10, she's a Tupac fan. So who knows if she's going to have an attitude towards him and rule against him on everything, because she already feel he's guilty and she loved Tupac. But they're not supposed to do that, because it's supposed to be the lady justice, where it's like blind justice with blindfolds over your eyes. That's how it's supposed to be. But they gave it to a black woman. Sounds like a setup to me. Now, what I want to speak on, right, before I go any further, I want to speak on the indictment. This man has a 1-count indictment, and it's 300 pages long. 1 count, no co-defendants, because they all dead, and it's 300 pages long. That right there go to show me that the case is weak, and they had to put a whole bunch of smoke to say it's fire, because you don't need 300 pages to say what a man did. I had 12 co-defendants, and my indictment was only 36 pages. Listen what I just said. I'm going to say it again. I had 12 co-defendants. I think it was 36 charges, over 36 charges the 12 of us was charged with, but it was only a 36-page indictment for 12 co-defendants. This is one man and they got a 300-page indictment. That's the whole trial proceeding in 300 pages. So to me, that says the case is weak, you know? Now, you know, I talked to G Money. I talked to G Money on the phone. G Money is Keefe's son. He gave me some, you know, behind the scenes intel what's going on, but I'm so gangster, I'm not even going to speak on it. But I'm letting you know now, G Money, you know, will be coming on Keefe D's son to speak on this because this is a gangster channel and we don't condemn anyone because the law says that you're innocent and proven guilty. Yes, we know we heard Keefe D, you know, on the interviews and we heard everything that he said on the interviews and all of it was a confession. Now, G Money is gonna come on and he's gonna explain, you know, how that go out. So if y'all want G Money up here, put that in the comments. But that's how real this is. That real men reach out to real gangsters because we on man time. And you know, even though, you know, like I said, let's get this right. I don't promote don't snitch. That's not what I'm promoting. I'm promoting that if you choose to be in the game, then you don't snitch. But I'm telling you, don't get involved. So don't get involved in the game, so you don't have to be put in a position for that. I sat back and I watched some other podcasters. I watched one in particular out of LA. I'm not even gonna say the brother's name because this is not a shot to him because you know each man is their own. You know, I watched the brother out of LA and he's calling Suge Knight a snitch because he said Orlando Anderson didn't pull the trigger. You see, what I don't like is these YouTubers, they try and make everybody out to be a snitch because they would snitch. You understand what I'm saying? So they sit there and they're trying to make Suge Knight, who said emphatically, no, he will not snitch. And emphatically, he said that it wasn't Orlando Anderson, the same way Orlando Anderson went in there and said at Suge Knight's parole violation hearing that it wasn't Suge that beat him up. That's what gangsters do. So if you choose to be on the streets, that's how it is. If something happened on the streets, it stays on the streets, it's handled on the street, and it dies on the street. Don't get involved in the street because y'all not ready for this, man. And I know you're not ready for it because somebody else called me, and I'm gonna bring him on the show. Old gangster out of Chicago called me yesterday. You know what I mean? To show you, cause like I said, I answer this phone, man. You know, I answer this phone when people call. You know, I answer my phone. Now, an old gangster called me out of, you know, Chicago, and I think he thought I was gonna argue with him because he came right on the phone and said, if somebody shot me, I'm gonna tell him who shot me. You know what I mean? And I told him, dog, I respect you for telling me that you're a rat bastard. You know what I mean? I respect that. Now, if you want to be a rat bastard, you got to be the one to put your head on the pillow and sleep with yourself and your ratting at night, not me. So I have no qualms with that, but I don't respect that. You know what I mean? And I don't even respect you for even doing that. I'm not gonna say telling me that because I respect you for telling me that because now I got the choice if I want to deal with you or not. That's all my challenge is about, to let the youth know the hardcore facts that under no circumstances do you tell. Like I said, my brother's dead, caught two to the head. They handcuffed and shackled me to a table and showed me 8x10 colored pictures, beautiful colored pictures of my brother's brains blown out with brain matter everywhere. And they told me, the fox hunt is over. All you got to do is just tell us what happened and we'll give you immunity. You know, my mama wanted me home. But even my mama knew I wasn't going to tell. Because you don't tell on the dead. Because then that's pulling the Band-Aids. Now my brother's kids come of age 20 years later, 25, 30 years later, my brother's children come of age. And then now they got to hear all this stuff about my brother that was never proven in the court of law because I threw his name in a court of law after he was deceased. And now they have to deal with that. So why would I put my nieces and nephews through this? I can never do that. That's me. But if a man chooses to tell on the dead, that's on him. And in today's society, they make it that it's all right to do that. But on the street, under no circumstances do you tell. Like I said, they done did a house invasion on my mother, tied her up, pistol whipped her in a whole nine, swole my mother's beautiful face up. My mother knew not to go to the police. Instead of her calling 911, she called her baby boy, and I went down there and dealt with that. You know what I mean? And I didn't call the police. I would never call the police. Here it is, 30, 35 years later, and I still have not went to the police, and my mother seen their face. But she'll never tell that to the police. We never even reported it to the police, because this had nothing to do with the police. This is what being on the street is about. That's why the Cash App is on the screen. You getting real intel from a gangster's mentality. Make sure it says it was created in 2020 to account the Cash App account. But at least just hit the subscribe button, for you rat bastards that don't want to respect that the game is to be sold, not told. So that's what it is. So that's what I'm letting you know right now. The attorney that Keefe D for, he's a big-time attorney from, L.A., that says that he plans on fighting this at trial. His son, G, told me a few things. And like I said, I'm not even going to speak on them because I'm not that type of dude to just get up here and run my mouth for views. And I'm not going to come up here and try and degrade the next person. And what I want to say about this, 'cause I feel like riding. What I want to say about this is, look how our people have come. We have the Kennedys, where one of them was charged with rape, back in the 70s, and they covered it up, rape. I think it was even an underage minor in their mansion. They covered it up. And the rest of, the Europeans and the government tried everything they could to cover up this rape, to protect their own. And they knew he was guilty of sin. But here it is, our people is all sitting here trying to bring down Puffy on social media. How could you try and bring down a man that made it out the devil's den that these Europeans chose to put us and confine us in after slavery? And they even got Ron DeSantis in Florida trying to take anything about slavery out of the history books in their school, so that our babies won't know that we came from slavery in the next 50 or 100 years. It won't even be a conversation. But they want us to know that Christopher Columbus discovered America when the Indians was already here. See how they protect their own? But here it is. So I'm telling y'all now, no disrespect to y'all, because I know a lot of y'all don't know no better, and you think you're being a civilian by saying Puffy needs to go to jail. Puffy is this, Puffy is that. No, stop that, man. We have to represent our own. I'm going to say it right here. We know O.J. Simpson was guilty of sin. Many of us know that he was guilty of sin. Some say he wasn't. Many of us know he was guilty of sin, but all we wanted was one of our own to beat the devil in their courtroom. That's it. We just wanted one of our own to beat the devil in the devil's playground. That's it. But now, 25 years later, our people is trying to pull one of our own into the devil's playground after he made it out. Don't be a hater. And don't be mad because Puffy is almost a billionaire or a billionaire, whatever you rat bastards want to call it. Because if I say he's a billionaire, but he's not a billionaire, but he got over $800 million, but, closer to $1 billion, but they'll want to argue that. But why would you want to do that to one of your own, man? The man made it out. The man made it out. See, that's the crab in the bucket syndrome. When one of us make it out or get ready to make it out, you got 10 of us trying to pull them back in. Come on, man. Where do we do that? As a people, we must stick together. We must stick together as a people, and that's all I'm saying, man. You know, it's not cool, man. Let's ride back to Keefe D. The motion that he's putting in to get his L.A. lawyer, Edie Falls, to represent him is going to take about 7 days. So when he walked in the courtroom, and it's going to cost him $550, that's not refundable. Wow, he cares about the $550. So, you know, I just had to tell you that. But this lawyer that he hired is going down there to fight for his life. He thought he had a deal with the devil, and he was down with the devil, and the devil wasn't going to bite him. But I gave you the snake analogy yesterday where a snake was sitting outside and a donkey defecated on him. He got frozen in the donkey crap, and a man came by and picked him up and took him home, nursed him, took him in front of the fireplace and kept stroking him every night, rubbing him from his head to his tail. And one day he rubbed him from the top of his head to his mouth, you know? And the snake bit him. And while he was dying, he asked the snake, "Why did you bite me?" He said, "What, did you forget that I'm a snake? You rubbed me the wrong way. You rubbed me the wrong way." You know, because that's what a snake do. So that's why I say, you rat bastards, just tell your comrades that you would tell if you get caught. And if you're already told, stand firm on our told. And that's it. Now a man have a choice if he want to deal with you or not. My mother always told me, that's why I love her with my heart and soul. She's 88 years old and she's upstairs. Not in this prison cell, but she's upstairs above me right now. Now, my mother always told me, never take away a woman's right to choose. Tell a woman straight up what you want. You know what I mean? Meaning, me, I tell a woman, and I got a book I'm getting ready to put. I got a book I wrote when I was in prison called, Whole Stories. You know, I didn't know if y'all would be ready for it or not, but I think you might be ready for it now because I see how society is. But it's called Our Horror Stories, Our Whole Stories, I'm going to name it. You know, about how I talk to the females, because no disrespect, ladies, that's how I looked at you back then, as whores, as y'all looked at me as a money bag and a trick. You know what I mean? We all had our own vision. So, you know, y'all killed me. Yeah, I looked at women as, bitches and tricks. You know what I mean? And they looked at me as, a trick. You know what I mean? And, that's what it is. But from my mother telling me that whenever I meet a female, I tell her straight up. I used to tell a female straight up, this is what's going to be in the book that I'm going to write whole stories. So if y'all think that y'all ready for it, let me know and I'll go ahead and drop it in a week or two. But if I meet a female, I tell her straight up, man, I like the way you look. I like the lip gloss and I can't wait to stick this joint deep down your throat. I want you to taste me in your gut. You know what I mean? But we're going to go to dinner first, a little movie, do whatever, and then we're going to go get a room at the Hotel Capri. Round of applause to the Hotel Capri. That was a big hotel back in the day. You know what I mean? Y'all hate me. Y'all say whatever you want. I'm just keeping it 100. I tell them straight up, I want to choke your neck. I want to put it in your gut from your tonsils. You know what I mean? But she has a right to choose if she want to deal with me now or not. I didn't take away that choice if she wanted to be smutted out. And that's all my mother told me. Tell a woman exactly what you want and who you are. Don't get with them having them believe in you one way and then you turn out to be something else. So that's why I don't like the rat bastards and flip-flop men in public trolls. Because you want to hide who you are. Stop it. Please stop it. Just tell a person who you are so they have the right to deal with you or not deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I know everybody is asking this question, why they picked up Keefe D now. Right? That's what you all want to know, right? Put it in the comments. Why do you think they picked up Keefe D now? You know? Oh, by the way, he's held without bail. I'm going to say that while I give you all time to put it in the comments. You know? Keefe D is held without bail. He go back to court on October 19th at 9 a.m., you know what I mean? By then, his lawyer would get approval or disapproval, but he'll get approval. It's just a bullcrap process they do to get an extra $550 to the Nevada State Court that's not refundable. You know what I mean? But now, the reason why they picked up Keefe D right now is because as much crap as the media put out there about Donald Trump, yeah, I know y'all wondering where am I going with this. Just sit back and listen to the mind of a gangster that sees the world for what it is. Right now, Joe Biden is being impeached and he's losing the black votes. You know, the black people is seeing that he's not really doing anything for them, and they starting to see what time it is. So being that he's losing the black votes, they had to do something, and you know, and they're doing, and they're impeaching him as we speak. They're doing impeachment on him right now. So as they're doing this impeachment on him, they don't want the black people focusing on them. So what better way to take their minds off of Washington that they was never really focused on anyway? But when they hear impeachment, they tune in because now they know what it is, because Bill Clinton was impeached, Donald Trump was impeached twice, and now they're impeaching another sitting president while he's sitting. So what they did is, they said, let's go pick him up for the Tupac thing. If we pick him up for the Tupac thing, we get all these dumb niggers, you know what I mean? And that's how they said, we get all these dumb niggers to focus on the Keefe D and the Tupac and the Suge murders, and you know what I mean? You know, they won't even know what's going on in Washington with the impeachment. By the time they're done, it'll be over, and you know, they won't even know what happened because they'll be so focused talking, about Keefe D and Tupac, you know. And, you know, listen to the unique Mecca audio. But don't forget to subscribe. You know what I mean? Please. That's all I'm asking you, man. I'm not asking for much today. You know what I mean? The rat bastards got a problem with me asking for a Cash App. But I'm going to tell you this. Every channel y'all look at, they got their Cash App or PayPal on their thing. But because they're cowards and followers, they're scared to say, send a Cash App. I don't care if it's $1 to my Cash App. Make sure you push the logo. It says, you know, it was created in 2020 and there's no number 1 in my last name. I'm a leader. That's the difference. You got leaders and you got followers. When I came home, everybody on YouTube, yeah, I'm going to say everybody on YouTube was yelling, who got the most money in Harlem? Is it Kevin Charles? Is it Fritz? Was it AZ? That was the biggest talk on the YouTube. So what I did is, you know, rest in peace, Fritz is not here. So I went to Kevin Charles, I went to AZ, you know, Peter Shue. I went to all the men that they was comparing with who had the most money at that time. And the first thing I said out my mouth was, I apologize to my community for poisoning my community, because I meant that from my heart. That's the first thing I said. And then I let it be known that I'm here to try and rebuild the very community that I destroyed, so I'm here for the youth. And now everywhere you look on YouTube, they all talking about, you know, I'm saving the youth. You know what I mean? I'm doing this. You know, I'm running the ministry. You know, but at the same time, they're trying to tear down another black man. How do you run a ministry tearing down your own? How do you run a ministry tearing down your own? Please explain that to me. In other words, another thing my mother told me, beautiful woman. Let's give my mother a round of applause. You know, I might even have a picture of her up here. Let's give my mother a round of applause, man. You know, we got to give Mama Dukes a round of applause. My mama told me so much good wisdom, man. She told me so much good wisdom. I don't even know where to begin, you know. But Mama always said, you know what I mean? Which y'all already heard it before, you know. Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Did you hear that? Show me your friends, and I'll show you who you are. Now, how much more deeper can you get than that? Show me your friends, and I will show you who you are. Mama is an animal, man. I love her to death. All she did was give me jewels growing up, and I had no choice but to love her. I got to load a picture up in here so I could show y'all a picture of her again, because I thought I had it in here, but I ain't got the picture of Mama do. You know what I mean? But, 88 years old, this woman, and she also told me, I'm going to give y'all another jewel she told me. That's why I say the Cash App is on the screen. You know what I mean? But at least just subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please, that's all I ask. Subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Stop watching these videos and not giving a thumbs up and then give me 40 to 50,000, 60,000 views, but then the likes are down. Just give me my thumbs up. That don't cost nothing to hit a thumbs up. That's what I'm saying. You got to support your black people. We have to support each other. We have to support each other. And you see, I don't come on here and try and belittle nobody to get views. I just report and I give you all the street code, morals, and principles. I'm getting ready to go to D.C., Washington, D.C., in the trenches. I'm getting ready to go in the trenches, and my homies is going to meet me down there, and we're going to go in the projects. I'm going to show you what the projects in Washington, D.C. look like. I'm going to show you what the gangsters in Washington, D.C. look like. Did you hear what I said? The gangsters in Washington, D.C. Everybody talk crap about D.C. because they stand on morals and principles. And that's why these hating rat bastards, flip-flop wearing in public trolls talk crap about me, because I stand on morals and principles. D.C., Chicago, California, Miami, Philly, Jersey, Baltimore, Boston, Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, Arizona. I got homies everywhere because they stand on the morals and principles that I stand on. And that's what make me a homie. Not because our geographical location, our skin color, our race, our religion, none of that. Stand on my principles. And that's why I say the Cash App is on the screen, and I tell the youngins, don't get involved because it's hard. It's hard when you got to sit in front of the devil. I heard a dude, man, on a YouTube channel say, two people told on me, and, everybody will tell. Why people keep saying everybody will tell? Because they'll tell. Come on, my brother. And I bet you, if I was to go get this boy paperwork, I bet you he pled guilty, but he's saying they told on him, which I don't dispute they told on him. But that didn't mean you had to plead guilty. I had over 100 witnesses against me at my 2-week trial. And then the prosecutor told one of my lawyers that I could tell on one of my co-defendants that told on me, and they'll let me keep a bunch of my cars. You know what I did? I fired my lawyer for even talking to the prosecutor and bringing me that crap. Because he told on me don't mean I got to tell on him, or I'm even going to think on telling on him. I'm going to get it on the street because that's where it begun, that's where it ended, and that's where I prayed that I would die. Listen, man, and y'all going to think I'm crazy. I don't want to die in my sleep because I was never asleep during my life. I ran the streets, so I welcome a death on the street. That's just me. So if you youngins want this twisted mentality, keep doing what you're doing. Keep running the street. I know it's twisted for me to say that I welcome dying on the street. I have no problems dying in the gutter because I done ate out the gutters. I lived in the gutters. I slept in the gutters. So I have no problem dying there because that's been me. And I don't want that to be you. That's why I'm giving it to you so raw, man. Man, let me tap out because I'm about to get emotional. I don't want to get excited. I'm trying to keep it calm. Just know Keefe D, got a court date for October 19th. He postponed his arraignment for 2 weeks so he can get his lawyer, Edie Wall, on the case. And that's what it is. That's what this is about. And you rat bastards, go find somewhere else to go play, man, and leave Unique Mecca Audio the hell alone. All right?
Cheers. Toast the crime.
can of 26. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them, cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the